Hey guys, yeah, I'm Bryce. I'm the person you normally hear. I'm the person that runs Ghost Racing Network, but I thought I'd show you my amazing new gaming setup that's gonna be coming. It's a Sonic, if I can get the logo up there, you know, you see Sonic. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. It's got a microphone, mice, and a keyboard, and it was only $20 at Ollie's. Like, this is gonna be the best thing in the world. It's made by Logitech. It's made, yeah, who cares? It might be made by Logitech, who knows? It's gonna beat Logitech, gonna beat Razer, gonna beat everybody in the world, because this was only $20. This is a freaking steal. I'm gonna go from my $400 microphone to a $5 headset, probably not even worth that much. Yeah. But seriously though, this is something I actually found that was like actually worth something. This was at Ollie's. This is a SteelSeries mouse pad that was $3, and they sell for $10. Heads up, probably gonna give these away because I don't need them. I just thought they were cool and cheap. I was actually gonna resell them, but then I was like, might as well give them away. So I'm probably gonna give away some of these. I have 5 of them overall. I'd probably give away more if I wanted to. That being said, might do that soon. Stay tuned. Also, thank you all for 600 subscribers. We hit that last night. That's all thanks to you all. As freaking Shadow is over here and I can't do anything about it. Sorry, but thank you all for that. I didn't think the channel would get as big as it it's my camera. Would get as big as it has, and that's all thanks to you all. So thank you all for doing that again. I can't make you all subscribe. That's something that you want to do. Austin, I know he's probably really happy about that. Also, we are looking for more broadcasters to join us. Message us on Ghost Racing Network on Facebook. I normally reply really quickly to that. But we're always looking for more people to join. But again, thank you all for that. But, you know, going back to the highlight, I can't wait to play with this. God, it's going to be absolutely... Another way. This is going to be absolutely amazing. This is going to be the top of the line. Nobody can compete with this. Who cares? Logitech, irrelevant. Razer, irrelevant. SteelSeries, irrelevant. This is the best thing on the market. Yes, that was me that you just saw on the screen there. But welcome to Martinsville Speedway. Here, drivers are currently in their qualifying. I'm going to pull up some race info. 135 laps. It's the Apex PowerSports 200. Stage breaks at lap 25 and 50. The big question is, who's going to be able to keep their cool? Short track, short racing. A lot of guys bumping off each other. And it's going to be interesting to see. It is admin cautions today, though. They did change that. It used to be iRacing cautions. They have enabled admins. So if a spin does happen, caution may not come out if the admin deems that it is not needed. He could say, yeah, there's kind of no point in doing this. I mean, it's really his choice. I mean, that's really all that goes for it. But guys are still currently in it. Pamitat is sitting on the track. Not sure what he's doing there, but they have just a little bit left, and then they'll go to the start of the race here. Looks like there's about 22 drivers, as I see Pepelinski is back in here now. Thank you all that we hit 600 yesterday. We are at 606 right now. I think we can maybe hit 650 by the end of this month, maybe. As our click-through rate's getting a lot better, though, I will say that much, which is very good. Impressions are up a lot. Thank you all for that. Again, if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, it is free and can always be taken back if you guys don't like it. You can always say, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. I don't want to be subscribed to it anymore. You can, like I said, you can always take that back. Your choice. Cannot make you stay subscribed. Actually, kind of funny story today. What you saw in that video, I actually bought from Ollie's. And the guy in there was talking to me, or he asked, am I a gamer? And I said, yeah, and talked about streaming and stuff. He literally subscribed to my YouTube channel, like in the checkout. He's probably in here watching too, if I had to guess, because he said that he would. And if you're in here, I do remember that. And that was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever happened. It's not weird, it's just I've never had that happen before at all. But they have about a minute left, so we'll give them a little bit more time to get in there, get out and away with it. So See who's sitting on top right now, though. With time, it is currently Raymond Rittenauer. Looks like Boyle's a second. These are actually really close times. Looks like him and Hemstreet actually tied with their qualifying times, which is not normal to see at tracks like this. I mean, I do want to see if we see a Hail Melon, famous from Ross Chastain. We did see last night, however, the Rush Series was at Pocono. A lot of cautions that race, that is for sure, as you see me ruffling the background. That's what y'all will hear for just a second. So ignore that. I will try to make this as quiet as I can. But they have just got done with their qualifying, so I will pull up the starting grid here for you all, if it will bring that up. So Raymond Rittner first, Corbin Hemstreet second, Adam Bowles third, Christopher Gale fourth, Storm Patterson fifth, sixth, George Balfons Jr. seventh, Matt Cherry eighth, Dave Matson ninth, Daniel Haff 10th, Kevin Hash 11th, Landon Polininski 13th, Brandon Pamitat 11th, Landon Polininski 12th, Brandon Pamitat 13th, Manning Gregory 14th, Brandon Kloosterhuis 15th, Matthew Kloosterhuis 16th, Treston Ott 17th, Sean Boundy 18th, Matt Quick 19th is Sawyer Ott 20th, Mark Math 21st, Kelvin Masseur 22nd, Roger DeBold 23rd, Eric Drapeau 24th, Ryan Pepelinski 25th, Samo Green 26th, Al Little, and Dylan Hale is race control. Brian Hennings will move up to 27th for him, and Paul Wortman will move up to 28th. Paul Majivka will move up to 29th. And that is all the drivers here currently sitting on the grid right now. We'll go down to them. We'll wait for them to all grid up. Their cars will go white because I do give them a paint refresh all the time to make sure that any sponsors they do have are being shown on their vehicle. I always want that to be one thing that sponsors are seen there. I don't want any sponsors to not be seen. That's for sure. It's one thing I know sponsors would probably be really mad. Hey, why couldn't we see your logos on your car? So Matt Cherry will actually go back to him whenever he grids. He's running a kind of special paint scheme, you could say, kind of something around that. Well, of course, I'll show you when he grids, though. We will not. I'm not going to spoil it for you all. I'll wait for that. Martinsville is a track that is known to make some drivers mad. And in Denny Hamlin's words, it's a short track racing. He got into Elliott, I don't remember how many years ago because I wasn't watching NASCAR at that time because Gordon had retired. But it kind of started a rivalry between those two drivers. They don't like each other that much. It kind of started Kenny Hamlin's like downfall, I'd say. Just hatred. He's not downfall, it's just people didn't like him much after that because of that move. I mean, he flat out dumped him. So kind of had a reason to be mad at him. But that was everybody that gridded. So we will do a paint refresh right now. These guys will go white. Any paint schemes they have will pop back in. Might take them a little bit because of that. There's about 30, yeah, there's 30 drivers in here. So whenever it does it, it'll take a little bit to load that in, but did it relatively quick. Like, pace car already has lights off. Yeah, I knew they were going to go around at least one more time. So 135, caution, or stage break at lap 25 and then 50. And then after that, those guys are going to the end. As I have a parabol or a directional microphone, so y'all might have heard me a little bit to the left side of your ear. I am sorry about that. Not my fault, or not my meaning to mess with y'all there. I swear, that doesn't normally happen. Pace car is going to pull off here. And they will grab the green flag. It's going to take them a little bit to get around these turns. A lot of braking. Guys are going to have different braking zones. They're going to have to be very cautious to not drill the person in front of them. Starter has the flag in his hand as green flag is underway here at Martinsville. Everybody makes it off of Turn 4 on the first lap, which is surprising. Not many guys we have lead like Brandon who's up there on the outside line. Probably got hit up there. Probably did not want to go up there. Not a spot that drivers want to go to sometimes. Pamatat's trying to make that outside work. Daniel Haft hits the apron a little bit. Bobbles keeps it up under him, though. So far, so good for his drivers. Brandon sees a hole, and he wants to make it. That's his brother there, I believe. Matthew didn't really block him, but he didn't really give him much room either. He was making sure that that spot was trying to be taken by him. Letting the camera kind of choose where we go right now currently on these views. It goes to Sawyer Ott and then Matt Quick here. You got Mark Math up high off that corner. Over zero Daniel Haft. Currently riding up here, but up front, Raymond is leading, but Boyles, he's coming for him. He's not letting him get away that easy. 5 laps in, Raymond's already taking a defensive line going into one. He really gets to the bottom, so Boyles can't get below him. This might be a good track for Boyles. Some guys are really good at short tracks. I cannot run them to save my life. Just don't get in there deep enough. I can't get the car to rotate, but he's getting it to rotate so far. But keep that in mind. It's only 5 laps in, so I wouldn't be expecting guys to be absolutely amazing right now. They could be doing good, but not amazing in the race for them. As we have a caution now. So this is the admin caution. This is the 43 to 32. Ooh, other guys are involved in there. Kelvin Masur, the 44 of Paul Majivka, the 76 of Brian. I believe that actually might be Wortman down there. 74, sorry. Yeah, Brian Hennings that is actually kind of whipped it up in front of them up there. As Matt Cherry, he's running that Kyle Larson. He was running the Ghost Racing Network paint scheme. Switched over to Kyle Larson. Not a bad choice there. It looks like Half is sitting on the bottom waiting to get going, as he might have broken a toe link here. We'll have to see. We want to see what happened to cause this yellow flag. So that's a separate wreck right there. So we'll go over to the 32 of Half and see what happens. He's on the outside, and Kelvin actually hits the wall, so it's not even those guys doing Mark. And it's a bystander. That's a hard hit. Actually broke his toe link there. I saw that right rear tire wobble around. That, yeah, he actually broke a toe link. He hit that hard. I mean, that was not an easy hit for him. You can see that right rear tire is not spinning. That was not too smart from Hennings there. Yeah, but Sir's toe link is, or Half's toe link is probably broke at that point. I mean, that thing took a pretty good hit into the wall. That was not a easy hit for him. Pretty vicious. That's first caution. 8 laps into the race here. And I've wad everybody else up. I don't really see anybody else coming down pit road except the people that were involved. Little's going to roll the dice. The Bold was involved in that. Majivka was. Half was involved in that too. So they're, of course, going to be down pit road. They got damage. It's not smart to stay out with damage like this, especially if you can't turn. If you can't turn, that's a different story. It's going to be really, really hard for you to get any rotation from that car at all. It will be extremely difficult. Yes, that came off surprisingly clean there. I did not expect that. Debating, I don't know if any of y'all are watching. Would you all want me to do a giveaway of a Steel Series mouse pad? I'm thinking about doing that because I got some today that were not that much. They're actually good mouse pads. They're not crappy ones either. I'm thinking about giving them away. I just don't know if people would want to do that. Lights are off, so they will get the green next time by. Be 12 laps down. They will have a 13-lap run to the stage break caution. Then the next one will be lap 50, then they'll have a run to the end. Hopefully that stays green for them. We're going to have some guys that are still going to be finding out their braking zone. They're going to see how deep they can get in there. sometimes. Sometimes they'll get in there deep. Sometimes they won't. It'll be Raymond Rittenauer, Adam Bowles, Christopher Gale, Storm Patterson, Corbin Hemstreet, and George Balfons Jr. The top 3 rows here as the starter has a flag in his hand. And we are back underway here at Martinsville. Some guys that are high on their exit. They might have missed the entry to the corner. But Boyles looks like he's pretty strong. Because before that caution came out, he was running him down. Cherry's trying to get a spot on Brandon Pamitat. Trying to kind of get Hash to poke a hole through. And as soon as he gets that hole, he's probably going to follow him through there. He's going to get freight train on the outside. That's one thing about Martinsville. Is once you get up off that bottom, it's really hard to get back down. You really, really have to fight to do that. As Hash, he has a preferred line, but Pamitat's not giving it to him. It's actually hurting Hash a little bit. Also hurting Pamitat. Pamitat might actually be able to get clear. Hash is not able to get down there, and I believe Pamitat, yes, he is clear now. He's showing at Boundy, trying to get to the outside. Trying to go to the bottom of Matthew Kluster, who's saying he's going to get loose off the corner. Don't know if that'll bring him to caution. I don't think it will because he keeps it rolling. That doesn't look like that hurt that Toyota Camry too bad. Oh, he's got a broken steering now. He spins out in 3. Might not bring out a caution. That does collect 2 drivers, and then that does. I think that was broken steering there for Matthew. He went to go cockpit and see what happened. He just got loose off of 2. I do know that. He's up high, tries to put down the power, has it wiggled, can't catch it. Goes right behind his brother. It pancakes that wall. Doesn't break the steering immediately. As, yeah, he had broken steering there, so you can't really put that caution on him. I mean, the 51 definitely had a chance to save it, but he broke his steering, and once it gets like that, that steering is super sensitive. It's not turning the same for him. He's already having a hard time driving it with that broken steering. Probably gave him a meatball too, knowing that he hit it pretty good. It wasn't a soft hit at all. You're still going, I believe, 100 miles down the front and back stretch and going about 60 through the corner. You're really leaning on them. Some guys will use each other to turn. That's one thing too. As we do have some people, Wortman, Bruce Truce is of course down pit road. Samo Green, Paul Majivka are down there right now. And Raymond's not coming. I think he's just seeing if anybody else will. That Storm has a different paint scheme, I believe, there for him. Not one that I've normally saw. Just making sure the paints are right on these guys. No, some broadcasts won't even do that. I do that because I think it needs to be done half the time. I mean, sponsors want to see if they're on the car that they're supposed to be on. As it looks like we got Storm and Brandon doing something in the Discord. They might have a little bit of a feud going on, maybe. I don't know with some of these drivers. Some of these drivers may just be joking around with each other as they do race pretty often. Some of them are in the Rush Series 2, so they race double. They do Monday, and then they turn right back around and do it on Tuesday, which is something that drivers will do in some leagues if they have that option for that. Some of them do, some of them don't. But again, like it just depends on what league you're in. As make sure what this is. That's what I thought it was. That is actually what yep. That is actually pretty amazing. But I believe lights are off. The pace car here still will grab the green flag next time by it pulls off there. They really only have about 4 laps to the stage break at lap 25 for them. Hopefully they can make it there. 2 cautions so far. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Raymond gets a good jump on the field, though. Got somebody sideways back there. I can hear the tires screeching. They stay green, however. I could hear somebody sideways. I'm not sure who it was, as the caution is now out. Oh, there's a wreck up here. It's Hem Street. Pamatak gets some. Gale gets some. Everybody's stopping off of 2. See what happened when that caution was thrown. Is it's not letting me scroll back up because there's so many things going on. What happened up here? Gale will clip Boyles. He'll go sideways, and he actually straightens him out, I believe. Yeah, he looks like he straightens that car out using the wall. Doesn't look like he hits it too hard. Then what else happens down here? Something happens with Hem Street as he gets turned by... Well, okay, actually, that is not on Matt. You can see how low Matt is. Matt is pretty much on the red coming off the corner. I mean, he's pretty much on the rumble strips. You can't really blame Matt for that right there. I don't know if he didn't know he was there, if he was kind of watching the wreck that was happening. And Cherry squeezes up Patterson, then Gale gets some damage too. Looks like he hit him pretty good also. Might hurt that toe a lot, but this will probably be the stage break for these guys. I think it is. But looks like this should be the stage. I think it should. Because sometimes when the caution falls before, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to come down pit road. I mean, I haven't ran enough green flag laps to do anything with their tires. I don't think they're going to come down. They're all going to stay out. Boyles is back here because he got put in the wall. He kind of wanted to get some fresher tires because he had to lock his down. That probably scrubbed off. Good. Maybe 2-ish% possibly for him. So I don't think that's a bad call from him. They're going to go around at least one more time, yeah, because Raymond's right there. So lights should go off, as they will. So green flag next time by for them, 28 laps, and I believe Raymond won that stage. Don't think any penalties were assessed there, because I mean, Cherry was, he was about as low as he could go. I mean, he couldn't really go much lower except go in the grass, and he does that, it's going to cause an even bigger wreck because the cars get so upset when they go down on that bottom. They are running about 19-second laps when they do go green, though. Pace car pulls off here. The Rittner, Gale, Patterson, Balfons, Cherry, and Pamatat the top 3 rows. As the green flag is now back in the air here at Martinsville. See if Gale gets in there actually surprisingly deep. Going to fight Raymond for that spot. He's not going to give it to him quite just yet. He's going to try to hang on the outside. Going to pinch Raymond's entry in. Raymond has the preferred line as Gale will get a little bit of a bump from Majivka going in there. As we got the 26 down, he barely gets hit. That brings out a caution. That was Manning Gregory. Really not much contact between him and the 15 of Treston Ott there. So let's see what happens here. A little bit more forward. Tries to kind of diamond the corner, and Tristan's there. So you can't really put that blame on Tristan. I think Alex was just trying to, or Manning Gregory was just trying to, cut down. And then even after that, he really doesn't hit him that hard. I mean, it's not a lot of damage for either one of those drivers at that point. As these guys are now under their 4th caution here, we will take our first commercial break.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
But you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Gonna have to cut that one a little bit short because I can't get that ad fit in time. That's one problem about short tracks. You can't fit all the ads that you need in when that does happen. But they will get the green flag at lap 35 here. Gonna go to lap 50, and another caution will be thrown for the stage 2 of the race here, Apex PowerSports 200, as pace car does pull off. Green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Raymond gets a good jump on the field again. So who else goes back? We're going to go back to Matt Quick. A lot of these guys up here kind of in the middle of most of this. Really, most of the action you'll see is back here. It's really when people are trying to get around each other. They're just trying to get as much as they can in the corner, as we have this 0-0 of Landon Polinsky slide down to the bottom. That will not bring out a caution because he's out of the way of everybody else. Little might have to watch his corner exit, though, as I believe he has gotten yeah, he has not gotten rolling. He's waiting to get rolling, as that almost went bad. Workman pulls away from him, as he'll actually go a lap down here maybe because he had to wait for everybody to pass him. But look at Matt Cherry trying to get the lead here from Raymond. Might use this lap car of the 0-0 as a pick, as a caution is now thrown. The 24, Brandon Klusterhuis, and the 74, Brian Hennings, are involved. Happened here. Oh, actually, so Matthew got turned off the front end of Matson, and then Hennings was an innocent bystander of that. Nothing that he could really do there. He was kind of stuck, but Cherry did a pretty good job. I mean, he was getting up there with him. He's faking pit road. He's not going to go, and these guys don't have enough green flag laps in their tires to really be doing anything either at this point. I mean, it's not going to help them going down pit road. It's going to get you back there and all that stuff, so it's going to be fun, but you can also get taken out really easily because of that. So it's kind of a win-lose scenario for him. We need to get a brand new case for this because this thing is absolutely broken on my power button. Talking to myself here right now, guys. So I'm not gone insane yet. Keyword is yet. I saved that for later. It'll be 41 laps done in the race when they get the green flag back up in the air for him. Raymond, yeah, one more time around, so we'll get it on lap 40, or actually get on lap 43. It'll be a short run to the caution again for him. It's not very long runs at all getting there, which is not surprising and not normal at the same time though, because you do expect them every now and then to get a little bit longer runs, but it really takes a long time for them to get spaced out. Now once these guys get spaced out, then I think it will be pretty possible for him to do that. It's going to be a little bit difficult for him though, because it's you're so close together that it's just a lot more difficult. I mean, it really is a lot more difficult. Lights are off for him, so it will be grabbing the green flag here for these guys. Pace car pulls in. Raymond Rittenauer, Matt Cherry, Christopher Gale, Kevin Hash, George Buffons Jr., and Brandon Klooster, who's top 3 rows for you guys. Start is on. Raymond, whenever he fires off, you all can go behind him, as he will do that now. And watch one of these guys back here see his view of the restart. One thing you may notice, and there goes Matt Cherry around. He will spin coming off of 4. His drivers are having to shift now at this track because of the new update, as Cherry will get that going pretty fast. He will go back to 24, so all those spots that he worked for, he will lose all of them. That just happens at tracks like this. That's going to wear off those tires a little bit more too. These guys behind him are going at it right now currently for the 4th position, as he's going to actually send him up there. And you see the 15 slide up to the outside. Well, that was Tristan Ott. Might have gotten punted up there. As, yeah, Bulls definitely got in there way too deep, and then Tristan hit the wall with the tail end. So not a lot of damage for him though. So he'll be fine. That kind of is a break for Cherry, who spun. That's also a break for Odd, as yep, everybody's coming down now. I think this may be to get him to the end on fuel, possibly. They'd have to go 85 laps. But now these guys are now down pit road. We will take our commercial break here. Hopefully I can get these commercials in.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
We didn't get the ad in that I was looking for, so we won't do the whole thing again. But Manning Gregory, he'll be up front. He hasn't pitted at all. Even after he got spun, still hasn't came down pit road to pit. So he's going to be a little bit off on tires. If it keeps going like this in cautions, he might actually not be in a bad position, though. But there are no more stage breaks, so this is to the end of the race. There's no help after this for these guys. They say you have to go on your own right now. Lights are off on the pace car. Yes, he will pull in now. Manning Gregory, Matt Quick, Landon Polinsky, Corbin Hemstreet, and Roger DeBow, the top three rows here. As the green flag is in the air, Manning Gregory gets a good start over the field. Somebody just got put in the water. That was Hash. Oh, gosh. He clogged the track. This is a lot of guys involved in this wreck here. He just got high off the corner, yanked it down off the wall, tried not to go down in anybody else. Boyles didn't know where he was. Madsen gets involved. Masur gets involved. 24, Brandon Klusterhoos gets involved. The 35 was Sawyer Austin involved, but that was a lot of drivers there. He was just trying not to hit the wall on his exit, and he kind of panicked, and he realized, oh God, I'm coming for it. So he just yanked it down off the track. They do get stuck if you're not too careful, so you got to keep that in mind. You didn't want to get stuck in the wall. These cars aren't as bad with getting stuck in the wall as the ARCA cars are. Those are, you get in there and you are literally stuck. Like, you are not moving out of that wall. Well, my throat's kind of bad. I didn't have anything to drink earlier. Gosh, that's not good. It doesn't like. Do not commentate with nothing to drink. It is always going to end up bad. It will always end up bad, it seems. Never do enjoy that. Actually need to get some like bottled water to bring up here, I tell you that much. It's not a good decision for me at all. I made a mistake of like doing like 2 races with nothing to drink, and oh my gosh, you want to talk about a killed throat? My throat was like dead, dry, everything else. I mean, it was horrible that whole day. Workman's down pit road. Hennings, he's had a rough night too. I believe this is the last caution lap. They'll get the green flag next time by. Lights should go off on it right here. As they will, so. And that guy guessed for him. Lights go off from the pace car. Grab the green flag on lap 61 here instead. RC does have the ability to change how many pace laps they have, as that's just something that if he wants to do it, he can do that. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It just depends on who's RCing if they want to speed it up. But pace car pulls off Manny Gregory, Landon Polinsky, Corbin Hemstreet, Matt Quick, Roger Bolt, and Eric Drapeau. Top 3 rows here as the green flag is back in the air here at Martinsville. That was a aggressive move there by Polinsky. He waited. I mean, he got right down as soon as he saw a gap. He did not waste any time on getting down to the bottom. Not want to have to deal with that. Drapeau's trying to ride that outside, and it might work if everybody's really stacked up there. You know, nobody's on that outside. You can make some passes if you know how to run it right. It's not good overall because that's really chewing up your tires. Guys almost brake checking each other, getting in the corners so hard. Really hopping on those brakes. You see Matt Cherry back here. Around Mark Math. Mark Math has some heavy front end damage on that Camaro too. And that thing is dented in as he almost swipes the rear end of the car in front of him. But up front, actually, Manny Gregory's trying to hold off Corbin Hemstreet. Hemstreet did pit on lap 32. Polinsky hasn't pitted at all, so Hemstreet just has a lot better tires as he puts himself in the wall as a caution will be out. Looks like Pamitat here spun coming off of 2, and Cherry barely next, and that's not going to be any damage to Cherry. What happened here? As this might be a little bit of a stack up here. So they're 3 wide. Looks like Boundy came up into the 84. That slows him down. Pamitat really didn't have anywhere to go. I mean, he's already going in there. He didn't mean to plow in like that. And that caution was probably thrown prematurely because they thought he was going to whip it back up into the track, but he doesn't. He just kind of spins down to the inside there. He will not go down pit road and get tires. Gregory still has not pitted. I don't think he can make it to the end on tires, or on fuel at least. That can change, though. As this is a very small track. It's not that big. It's a half mile, so. As I just managed to spray a spray bottle back at me. Sometimes I'm bright, sometimes I'm not. Every now and then it's a not. I did need to wipe this off because I had some stuff on the screen. So I'll do that while these guys are under caution currently. One thing I will say I miss is the Josh Coley fan base who always shows up whenever he races. He's not racing this week. I believe he's on vacation. Is what he told me yesterday. What he told me yesterday in the Discord for this server. He said, we might as well bring up Discord. I remember when Discord was, nothing. It was weird. I actually have had this almost since it was created. Never really used it. Skype was the big thing at the time. I actually logged back on that for like the first time, like 5 years yesterday. Kind of sad to see Skype fall like it has, but it's just how it is sometimes. Discord just seems to be a little bit better with, this everything pretty much. Just nothing Skype can compete with. Lights are off. They'll grab the green at lap 69 of 135 here for these guys. Pace cars and Manning, Gregory, Hemstreet, Polinsky, DeBold, Quick, and Drapeau. Top 3 rows. As green flag is back in the air here. Street Wiggles getting off the turn 4 there. What happened to him earlier? It's actually dented in that right front as we have Mark Math says he's around. As it looks like it's probably off the exit of 4. We'll see real quick for him. That's a big checkup. As, yep, he clips the apron there, spinning himself around. We did have Hemstreet wreck apparently, as that does bring out a caution. There's 2 wrecks here. Go to the yellow flag incident though. So DeBold gets too much up the corner, snaps it, and then Raymond goes right into him. Nowhere to go. Kloosterhuis is involved as this, oh my gosh, this clogged the whole track. Literally the whole track. I mean, this is the whole field right here. I mean, literally the whole field is in this wreck. Raymond, Brandon, Drapeau, Majivka, Storm, Gale, Boundy, Masur, Half, Hennings, not sure that black car is there, are all involved in that. That brings out the 9th caution, 72 laps into the race. There was a wreck before this. I do want to see what that was. Ooh. Coming off the corner there, and he got just too much throttle into it. Matt has nowhere to go. He's down to the inside. He's out of the way of everybody else. We do have the damaged guys down pit road. It's just what they're going to do. They're damaged. They might want tires too. Some of them did hit hard. Some of them are going to probably pop a fast repairs. I think Half might have broke his steering there fully this time. Car ain't going to turn. I got no turn in it. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. I wish it was that simple sometimes figuring out cars. I drive a WRX and it's turboed, so like if I have a leak anywhere, I gotta find it. It is annoying. Incredibly annoying. Bounty's down. He was involved in that. I think, yeah, all these guys were either spun or involved in it. Manning is kind of away from all that back there. Did see Raymond get involved, so Raymond's probably like, yeah, probably shouldn't have went back there. as tomorrow, announcement. Four Corners Racing League has found another sponsor. They will actually be at a road course. That will be fun. I like road courses. One thing about this course is really weird. You can't enter too shallow. You can't enter too high either. And it's really a rhythm track more than anything else. Once you get in a rhythm, you know, listen to the engine, know when to brake, know when to turn. But once you get out of it, it's really hard to get back into it at tracks like these. You have to be, it's like gas, brake, turn, gas, brake, turn. You have to get used to that. This car pulls off, will grab the green flag at lap 77 of 135 here as pace car is in. And they are back underway here at Martinsville. Gregory will maintain his lead as the 00 stacks up. Hits the wall. Majivka ran in the back of him. I believe that's Majivka. That is actually not Majivka, as another yellow flag is out. Little is around. Somebody got punted here. As Mark just barely clipped him, and then 37 tries to go around. What happened to Brandon? Yeah, something happened to Brandon Kloosterhuis too. I think he just caught the apron. Yeah, he caught the apron there, hit it, and that spun him around. Ott barely hits him. Everybody else avoids him, though. So that brings out another quick caution. 10 cautions so far. It's 79 laps in. Half is back down pit road. He's kind of actually probably glad this is happening. He can get a lot of that optional damage fixed that he has. A lot of that's just gonna pop back out, get old elbow grease in there, and pop her out for him. He doesn't have a fast repair left. He had to use that early in the race because he broke his toe link on the right rear. It's kind of hard to catch, but I can see that rear wheel kind of wobbling around at that point. So I just hit something on my keyboard. Hopefully that does not do anything to you all. Need to get some stuff away from that's for sure. And Gregory's coming down now. As he waited long. I don't know if pit road just wasn't open for him yet. But he's now down pit road, and I think he needed to come down either way. But I think he waited pretty long to come down. He's going to be behind some of these guys that have optional damage. Which I don't know if that's a smart maneuver by him to do that either. He should be off and away. He's still sitting there. As what happened to Gregory here? Not sure, but lights are off. It'll be Matt Quick, Kelvin Masseur, Landon Polninski, Raymond Rittenauer, George Buffons, and Brandon Pamitat, the top 3 rows here. As does Quick have a destroyed right side car? I think he does. I do not think that looks too good on his car right now. You actually get a quick look. Yeah, that's not too good, bud. But pace car will pull off here. It will grab the green, and the Geico restart zone start is on. Matt Quick as the green flag is back in the air here. We are back underway here at Martinsville. Another, oh gosh. Brandon's down into the field here. Oh, I don't know. That might be intentional there. He actually, well, let's see if he broke his steering. What happened here? So, Brandon's on the bottom. 37 just sends it in there and gets him really good. He comes down into Boundy. And I think Boundy takes his anger out on him. I think that's Boundy got a little bit mad here. I have to look. Yeah, so his steering's broke. I will give him that. It's broken right there. But then then he comes up and does that. That's not, yeah. I mean, that's all I can really say about that. And Boundy came up into him after he came down off the wall. I will give him that. He wasn't the one that initiated it. Can't say he did. But still, that was, yeah, I don't think that was kind of unnecessary. I mean, he is mad because his toe link is broken. It's gone after that. It's not there anymore. I don't know why the 37 got in that deep, though. As, yeah, I believe that, was that actually Pepelinski who hit him? Actually, okay. That was Pepelinski. We're going to have to look. Who was that who hit him? That was Ryan Pepelinski. Okay, so is this intentional? I don't know if that's intentional. I mean, I can't say if it is or isn't, but yeah, that, from my point of view, that doesn't look too good. But him and Boundy are out. We got some heated drivers in there already. I don't think anybody in here has a 0X, if I'm being honest with you. I really don't think there's anybody in here who does not have a 0X. Or who has a 0X, I mean. It's the second time we saw drivers get mad at each other. Short track, short tempers. Gonna happen sometimes. Pace car pulls off. Matt Quick, Orlando Polinsky, Kelvin Masseur, George Balfonza, Raymond Rittenauer, and Brandon Pemitat, the top three rows here. Pace car pulls off. Quick will lead him to green here as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Lean on each other here a little bit. We got him 3 wide. Who is that in that orange car up there? I'm not. Oh, we got. Oh no, cherries in the wall. He's actually not damaged too bad. He actually might be fine. See what his steering wheel is after everybody goes by him. I don't think he's damaged that bad, however. Yeah, it looks like his car might be fine here. Yeah, his car's actually fine. I know he didn't really hit that hard. I have to go. I did see a lot of stuff happening though. So we'll go back and see what happened to Cherry. Who is that 40? Who is that up there? That Blizzard car. He doesn't have a number. Somebody's outside of Pamitat. And Cherry just squeezes him. Yeah, he squeezes Pamitat up there, so it's kind of on Cherry. Pamitat then goes down to the inside. I think gets hit by somebody else. And Cherry's rolling down the track. Everybody else kind of comes to a stop, it seems. Some of them do, some of them don't. Rolling on by it. As that is Majivka. He has it on one side of his car, but not the other. Let's see, is it showing up right for him? Yes, it is. He has his number on one side of his car. Wait, am I just seeing it? Okay, it wasn't on. That is odd. It's not loading his numbers sometimes on both sides. Do not know what that was about. I mean, it was not loading that on one side of his car. I couldn't see the number on it. Brings out the 12th caution, 93 laps in. I need to get something for this. I don't think anybody else would come down pit road except people that were involved in the wreck. Wortman's been down pit road a lot. I have noticed that with him. I don't know why. Could be optional damage that I don't see that he's getting fixed. That's a big possibility, that's for sure. His drivers will do that every now and then. Lights are off here. Pace car pulls off. 95 laps of 135 done. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Polinsky gets right to the bottom immediately again. Paul Aninsky gets right back to the bottom immediately. He's making our way back up here. Raymond. Got somebody around off of turn 4 there. That's a 51, the 99, as Gregory gets a little bit of it. He's going to bring out the 13th caution here. Two guys get loose pretty much at the exact same time coming off of 4 there. They just get a little bit too low on the track. 51 is really what clogged it though. Once that 51 was around, it was like, yeah, we can't go anywhere. But you know, these guys are under. I really don't have much to talk about because I haven't had a long green flag run yet, so I can't really tell you how these cars are going to start handling later in it. We'll go on another ad break while we are at this then.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It
As we are back here, guys, we'll get the green flag on lap 103 of 135. We'll have a little bit more than 30 laps left in the race here for them. His car pulls off. Matt Quick and Brandon Polininski will lead them to green here. We have Dave Matson already getting there pretty deep into turn one, almost nicked the guy behind him. Boyles and Hash 3 wide here with Matson on the top. Going into 2, they decide, let's not do that as Matson almost cuts down on Sawyer's front nose there. He gets really close to doing that. Guys are being a little bit more cautious with each other, I think. As soon as I say that, I'll probably spin around, but Quick is having to deal with Polininski behind him. He's not having a good time right now. They are on a little bit equaler tires. Quick is on a little bit older. Quick is on 8-lap older tires than him, so it's going to have a little bit of a disadvantage. Raymond is on 18-lap fresher tires and Quick 10 laps than Polininski in front of him. Jeffka's wrecked, though. We'll go back and look what happened here. He just goes in way too deep and gets loose off the corner. And he's in the way, so he just immediately tows after that, too. Gets out of the way of those guys. But Quick has already taken a defensive line into the corner. He's not really letting Polininski get down to the bottom at all. I mean, he's trying to guard it going in there. He's not running a super normal line. You can see how low he is already entering it. Bold and Manny Gregory going side by side here. This is currently for 12th position. Gregory's trying to get it from DeBold. DeBold's on that outside line, so he doesn't have the preferred line coming off the corner. Storm's kind of like, yeah, can you all let them pass each other? I'm trying to get by one of you all. It's going to be a little bit weird right now. Can't really do much. Still going at it here. So this is probably the longest green flag run we've had here. I mean, Martinsville is just a track. You go to any league, they always have difficulties with it because it's just so small. I saw your Ott crashed at one point. What happened to him? Sorry, the 15 is Treston Ott. He got up into that high groove and just spun it coming off the corner. He stays there, waits for everybody to pass, and he lifts it back down. And the track is, Majevka's back on track. That's George Balfons. That's who it is. It was Balfons who was involved. Are they running similar paint schemes in? That was the wreck earlier. Sorry, it was not Majevka. There has to be similar paint schemes there. Majevka, if you're watching, I am sorry. I completely had the wrong driver here. As Bowles just got up under Balfons, and Balfons tried to power off the corner. He gets Matson pretty good there too, and that's a caution thrown. So him and Majevka have to have similar paint schemes. They do. I knew they did. One of them doesn't have a number. I wasn't going insane. Who is okay? I was just. One of them doesn't have a number. I knew one of them didn't have one. So I'll need to tell that Balfons does not have a number on his car at all. Get the green with 20 laps left. Yes, that okay. Yep, I knew it. I knew there was a similar paint scheme to that. Because I was thinking, there's no way it didn't load in again. I knew that had to be something. Somebody was just playing tricks with me. These guys are trying to get me to mess up and say something wrong, and they got me. That's for sure. I definitely messed up. RC. I did tell RC that because I thought I was going insane there for a second. It is somebody had the wrong number. Somebody doesn't have a number, sorry. Lights should go off this time by Quick. Keeps going like this. I mean, Quick could win a race here. I mean, that's very, very possible. I believe in Quick. As yeah, Pepelinski, he was parked after he turned up into Klosterhuis, and Klosterhuis rolled down the track. I think Quick has already had a win this season, though. I believe he has. Let me check. No, he does not. I swore he had a win. Might be from somewhere else, but pace car pulls off here. Quick, Polinsky, Masseur, Rittenauer, Boyles, and a Hash. Top 3 rows for you guys. As the green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Stormers around here, apparently. As he just spent on his own. Hemfree also went down there. The caution is not out. Landon Polininski is wrecked, apparently. Oh, God. Oh, no. It just snapped on him here. Look at this. Counter steers, and it bites hard. Right into that outside wall. Raymond, who got most of the damage fixed, gets involved. Hash gets involved. Boyles. That is Balfons gets involved. As Polinsky's having a good night. It's Quick. I mean, he's got a very real chance of winning this race here, that's for sure. No, I got some stuck in there. Great. Ah, stop. Oh, come on. There we go, I got out. These are made in 20. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of these. This was made in 2017. They have the excess of it. Good lord. There's a lot. This whole desk, I need to clean a desk pad off. My desk is a mouse pad. It can be used as one. It had a cover over it. This whole table was actually like $60 or like $100 from Amazon. It was actually very good. Just what I wanted. We'll grab the green with 12 laps left, I believe. Should be 12. Guessing. I'm guessing. Keep that in mind. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. I could be wrong. Very wrong. Is that still stuck? Get out. Well, that was probably the longest green flag run we had tonight, looking at how it went. This is a track that some leagues have stepped away from, and I don't blame them. It always turns out like this. This is not a Iron Thunder only thing. Keep that in mind. This is not bashing this league. This is not a Iron Thunder league only issue. This happens at Martinsville in almost every single league race here. It turns into a wreck fest. every single league you look at that runs at this track, this is what happens every single time. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Every single time, this will happen. Just this track is not ran because of that reason. Most of the time, some leagues. I actually ran in a league that cut it this year, which is Ghost League. They're not running it in it this year. His car pulls off here. Matt Quick will lead into green. Raymond Rittenauer second. 4,700 IR versus 3,800 IR. Inside, outside. As the green flag is back in the air, Quick gets a good jump. Raymond has some damage on his car, though. Hear that downshift there. He grabs third gear. You're having to shift this at tracks you weren't before because of that new update. And Masur gets into the outside wall, comes up in front of the whole field, doesn't collect anybody else, surprisingly, as he's bobbling it coming off of turn 4 the whole entire way. Yep, see, he's just trying to chase it, and he actually pounds the 51, but the 51 probably really didn't even feel that, as he got hit pretty square in the side. So this might take him to about 6 laps left, but this will be probably our last commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
That was the last commercial break. This will be a 5-lap race to the end here for these guys. Long race for sure. 16 cautions, as that's just what happens at Martinsville. Not an uncommon thing to see at all, that's for sure. His car pulls off here. Quick and Hash, and the green flag is in the air here. 4 more laps left here at Martinsville. As look who's right on the bumper. That's Tresson Ott as he turns Matt Quick. Oh, Kyle or Matt Cherry has nowhere to go. Oh, no. I think a caution was thrown before this, however. As, yeah, there was. So he might have been checking up already. You see Manning Gregory is involved. Raymond got loose, came down to Manning. Hamantat got into that. And then Tresson Ott turned the 89 of Matt Quick. I don't know if he meant to. I don't think he meant to do that. I think everybody was checking up. And it was just a, chain reaction thing there. Everybody's just going into each other. And he might have not saw that caution as fast as Quick did, which that's not uncommon to see, that's for sure. Excuse me. This sounds kind of weird to me.
Are filling out their brackets, hoping they'll be perfect. It's never happened before, but it's worth a shot. With March Madness in full effect, people are filling out their brackets, hoping they'll be perfect. It's never happened before, but it's worth a shot.
Sorry, y'all may have heard that. I was trying to go over something that I was looking at. That was for some of my classes. Sounded kind of weird. I muted the wrong thing. That was my fault. Y'all probably heard all of that, so that's great. Y'all just heard that. I'm very sorry about that. I was just checking this. This will be a green-white checker attempt for these guys, though. Can't really talk about much. I mean, 17 cautions, but it's just Martinsville. I mean, that's really all that can be said. I mean, it's Martinsville. Tracks like this is going to happen. As car pulls in, Sawyer or Tresson Ott and Roger DeBold leading the green here as green flag is back in the air here at Martinsville. 2 laps left here. We got somebody around that's Boyles, and a caution is out as we have him street down to the inside. The big pile up in turn 1. That's a big stack up there. Something happened that somebody did not shift. Oh my gosh, they're wrecking after that. Everybody's piling in. Somebody missed a shift somewhere. See what happened. Somebody missed something. I know somebody missed a shift. So the 51 is really slow. That's Samo Green. He's really slow getting in the corner. And then Matt, so that's a stack up. I don't know if the 51 just didn't get going and they all hit him after that. That's what it looks like. These guys in front of him are lucky dogs, so they'll get away. They tried to not go a lap down. I don't believe they did go a lap down. They probably got rolling in time. Lights are off in my real house. But these guys, this is their first green wet checker attempt. I think they only have 2 here. It's only one more time, or only one more attempt for these guys, so they got to make it count. After that, there's no more for them. Pace car pulls in here. Tristan, Roger DeBolt, and Kevin Hash. Top 3 drivers here currently. Go into the Geico restart zone here as the green flag is back in the air here. Tristan get his first win of the season here at Martinsville in a very, very long race. His Hash is right up on the bumper trying to rattle his cage. Hash is going to get, oh, if he can get there, we got the 51 hard into the outside wall. Green flag stays in the air, though. Tristan, he's going to have to start blocking here as we got a little wall riding. But Tristan trying to hold on for a win. Hash is on the bumper of him. Will he get in this corner deep? Tristan takes a defensive line going into the bowl. He's going to try that outside line, see if he can get to roll it. He will not be able to do it. And it looks like it will be Tristan Ott who will come home with the win here today as they are wrecking after the finish line. One long race there. I do want to see if Alex tried the Hail Melon here. I think he did. I'm going to go look. Or, sorry, this is actually way back. So where's Tristan? Or not Tristan, Little. Let me go to Little here. Little did try the Hail Mary. I do know that. That's kind of funny. Where did he do his Hail Mary move at? There is a lot of carnage here. Might have tried a Hail Melon. As he actually, no, he didn't. He just didn't want to get wrecked. It looked like he was, but he didn't do it. Okay, so I was completely wrong on that, but Tristan Ott, he comes in with the win as he's burning it down here. It's a very long Martinsville race, that's for sure. Not as long as what some races are, though, but he's still going to continue to do it. This is, might as well do it, man. I mean, you won. Go ahead and burn it. Him and his brother are doing a burnout. Sawyer there. Let him get all the time he wants. So he might do a nose-to-nose burnout here. Maybe a side-by-side one, possibly. See what they're doing. As Sawyer's tow link is destroyed. It's gone. That thing is gone. But we will pull up the finishing grid here now for you all. Bring in the top 3 drivers. Let me get Adam Boyles in here. Page runner. Hey Adam, this is Bryce in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Oh yes, sir. How's it going? You doing good?
Yeah, man. So you come home third, after a long race, but how did it go for you overall, man?
I went great. I actually finished 17th, but it's all right. It was a tough battle, but we had speed up and down, but we'll take it. We're blessed to do this. It was just, yeah, it was a mess.
Man, actually, I had that wrong thing pulled up. So, but looking at how your race went, sorry, I seriously had the wrong thing pulled up. But what did you see out on the track there tonight?
A bunch of wrecking. I wrecked a couple. I wrecked, one dude on accident. Tempers were flaring. That's all that was. But it is what it is. It was fun. Obviously we want a better result. As a team. Me, Landon, Manning, all of us. But it is what it is, right? Just gotta have fun and get. We're learning, right? This is the first season as a team. We're really all together, and we're just trying to build that chemistry.
All right, man.
Well,
I'll let you go. Thanks for giving me that interview. I had the wrong thing pulled up, but good luck to you next week.
Yes, sir. God bless.
I cannot believe I did that. It's been a long night. Well, I had the completely wrong thing pulled up. That was 100% my fault. We'll bring up Brandon Pamitat right now. Get Brandon. I had the completely wrong thing pulled up. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
What's going on?
And so you come home third after a long race. How did it go for you overall, man?
Horrible. It was a embarrassing race. The field, they couldn't hold it together really. The car was destroyed by the end of it. I was just ready for it to be over. Not sure how we salvaged the top three out of that. We went from the front to the back to the front to the back to the front to the back. Maybe we ran what felt like maybe 20 green flag laps the entire night. I honestly think it was embarrassing.
Martinsville is a track that most leagues have cut, which you can see why this is not only an Iron Thunder thing. This is across all leagues. But do you think if you would have had a green flag run here, you would have done a little bit better here, or is it kind of just a up in the air thing for you?
Definitely. We had like a 10 or 15 lap run, and I felt confident running the top. I had speed up there compared to some other people. You just couldn't do it. Like they kept wrecking everywhere. If it was for last or first, caution was out. I wish we had a green flag run. It would have been very interesting to see who had the speed instead of just maintaining position yellow after yellow. But like you said, it is a short track. It is Martinsville, but I just wish that we could have at least done better and not made stupid moves 24/7. But it is what it is. We'll move on to next week where we have a road course, so hopefully there will be no yellows.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out my dad, T. Pamitat. He's a good viewer. He actually texted me right after the race. He said that sucked. It was constant yellows, and like I said, back to the front, back to the front. But I want to thank him. I want to thank Fort Worth Screen Printing. I want to thank M&M Motorsports. I want to thank you for the broadcast every week. It's always fun to go back and watch and see, a broadcaster perspective of incidents and overall racing to see how you and others react as it happens. I think that's always really cool, and that's about it, really.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good third place finish tonight, though, man.
Thank you, man. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
That was Brandon Pamitat. Cannot believe I brought in Adam Boyles. That was completely my fault. I clicked the wrong button, and it just popped that up, and it was just like, oh, let's just do this here. But we'll bring in the second place driver and Kevin Hash. Hey, Kevin, this is Bryce in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
And so you come home second. You fall just a little bit short, but how did the race go for you overall, man?
Other than stepping on my own self there midway or right after second stage by getting loose out of four and then just trying to keep it in the wall, trying to stay out everybody's way, really not as chaotic as I thought it was going to be. Had to avoid a couple wrecks through there, and then just through all the instant points from different issues and tapping the wall, trying to get around some of the wrecks. We were battling 5 instant points from getting DQ'd there, so just trying my best to keep my nose clean and not cause any issues there for about the last 40 laps.
So did you feel like you had a shot there at the end of the race, knowing that you were right behind Treston Ott?
It seemed like he was struggling a little bit there on entry to center, and I could kind of get more of a run than him. But just at how close we were running, I think if we had a couple more laps, I may have been able to take a shot at him. But yeah, in a short run, I just didn't. I knew I didn't have the short run speed to really do it, so just kind of hanging on in that situation. If he made much of a mistake, try to be there to capitalize.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all the teammates. We done really good up to the end, and Quick and Ray unfortunately had some issues there, but still, all in all, a good night. Everybody pretty much ran good at some point in time. Drone Core, they're one of my real sponsors there. Give them a huge shout out. Support Jegs there, and you guys for the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, good job today. Hopefully, I see you in victory lane next week, man.
Sounds like a plan.
That was Kevin Hash, the second place driver. We'll bring in the race winner and Tristan Ott, the actual correct person here. Hey, Tristan, this is Bryce in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, man.
And so you come home with your first win of the season here. How does that feel?
Man, it feels great. Obviously, first off, I want to say that I don't drive like that. That the situation with the 89, it was with the caution and checking up, it just wrong place, wrong time. Felt horrible. I don't race. I like Matt Quick. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, feels great to break the streak, get another win. Martinsville's always been a good track for me. Had some good luck. Made my way through the field. Got spun a few times. Gotten banged up. But these cars are tanks. Never used my quick even. So worked my way up there. Got some good restarts, and was hoping to battle for the win. Unfortunately, the way things went, hate that. Really, really do. I mean, it really puts a sting on this win. I'm not gonna lie, but a win's a win. I needed it for points, so I'm gonna take it. But yeah, still really, really hate that for Quick.
And when I was originally looking at that, I thought you turned quick, and then I looked back, and I got more notifications on my SDK, which is what I use for the overlay, that people had wrecked. And when I looked back at it, I said, yeah, he turned him, but that's also probably he checked up because he saw that caution before you did, and that's really you can't really do much because you're still thinking maybe it's a green flag, and you don't hear that caution at the same time that he does. So that's what I thought happened once I saw what actually happened behind you all. So you really. No, you're not really at fault there. So he's checking up for a wreck going into the corner that's behind him, and you really weren't expecting that at all. But do you think that if this race would have went a little bit longer on green, that you would have still got the win? Because Hash was coming for your bumper.
Oh yeah, look, and on that last restart, I did just about everything I could to give the race away. Missed shifts, not shifting. Look, I got a good restart on the first green white checkered. Hopefully, I wish that would have gone green. I think I could have held him off, but. Yeah, if I could get in the groove right, I could have a little speed, but there's some runs there where I just couldn't get in it, just thinking some people were going to go to my inside or people going to my outside. It was a tricky race to figure out if I was really had the speed or not, but I knew if I had something on the restarts. I don't know what it was, but it just helped me. I was gaining spots just about every restart. And like I said, it's my second win here. It feels good to be back in victory lane. It's been a while. But, yeah, it would have been a good race. Absolutely.
Right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Absolutely, yeah. I want to shout out, obviously, Apex PowerSports, race sponsor. Great people I work with over there, and CA Cattle Company on board this year. Got a great looking car. I'm happy to have it in victory lane. Thank you to Sawyer and Dylan and you for all y'all do for this league. Putting on a great show so far. And yeah, just real happy to be in a good spot.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Go celebrate that victory, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That was Tristan Ott, the race winner. I will go over the finishing order here. So Tristan Ott first, Kevin Hash second, Brandon Pemitat third, fourth Christopher Gale, sixth Landon Polininsky, sixth Mark Math, seventh Brian Hennings, eighth Sawyer Ott, ninth Matt Cherry, 10th Daniel Half, 11th, Storm Patterson. 12th, Matt Quick. 13th, Corbin Hemstreet. 14th, Roger DeBold. 15th, Raymond Rittenauer. 16th, Brian Wortman. 17th, Samo Green. 18th, Alex Little. 19th, Adam Boyles. 20th, Dave Matson. 21st, Kelvin Masur. 22nd, George Belfons Jr. 23rd, Manning Gregory. 24th, Paul Majivka. 25th, Eric Drapeau. 26th, Brandon Klusterhoos. 27th, Sean Boundy. 28th, Matthew Klusterhoos. 29th, Ryan Pepelinski. Dylan Hale was race control. But races like this, this is going to happen at Martinsville. I mean, this is a product of Martinsville right here. It's a lot of cautions, a lot of guys. They're so close together. One person just taps somebody and it's on from there. So this league is not like this. I'll go ahead and defend that league. It's not like this. This is a common thing that happens across every single league you see that runs here. That's why a lot of them don't do it anymore. But I will actually be streaming tomorrow the Four Corners Racing League. Got a sponsorship. They will be at a road course. They'll be at COTA Circuit of the Americas down in Austin, Texas. I believe that's where that circuit is located. So it's going to be interesting. But I will roll this final ad and I will let you all go.